Welcome to my digital diaries. You are watching our series Elevating Sitecore with PowerShell Automation. This is episode 4. Clean history table and run PowerShell periodically. Before we start, don't forget to like, share, subscribe and hit join for exclusive content. Let's start. Let us begin with an important question. What is history table in Sitecore? The history table is a system table inside the Sitecore database, and its main role is to log everything that happens to an item. Think of it as a Sitecore black box recorder. Every single action is tracked so nothing goes unnoticed. In simple terms, whenever you make a change in Sitecore, whether you create a new item, update its content or even delete it, Sitecore make a note in the history table. It means the table becomes a complete log of an item level activity, which is crucial for system processes and for administrator who needs to track what's happening. So this is a schema of the table which has columns such as ID, category, action, item ID, item language, item version, item path, username, task tag, additional info and created. I am not going in detail of this. So basically it stores complete history of the changes which you are doing in Sitecore. So how does this table works in practice? So every time you create, update or delete an item, Sitecore inserts new row in this table. It helps you to track what changed in the content tree. This table plays a key role in triggering events like publishing, indexing, workflows or incremental updates. And finally, it provides audit trails. In short, the history table in Sitecore is likely a detailed logbook. It ensures transparency, support, automation, and makes administration easier. Now that we understand what the history table is, let us talk its impact on performance and more importantly, why we need to clean history table regularly. As Sitecore continue to log changes, the history table keeps growing bigger and bigger, and if it is not managed well, it can create serious performance problem. Let us look at the key reasons why we should clean history table. First, slow queries. Sitecore relies on the history table for incremental publishing and indexing. Now, if this table has millions of rows, every publishing or indexing operation will take longer because SQL has to scan through huge amount of data. This means your content editors and website visitors may experience delays. Second is database bloat. Since every change insert a row, the database keeps growing in size. Over time, this can consume a lot of storage, increase backup time and impact overall SQL performance. The third point is locking and overhead. Frequent writing to this table add extra load on SQL Server. This becomes especially visible during the bulk import or when you run script-based processes which are creating lot of items. The constant write operation can lock resources and slow down other operations. And finally, UI lag in content editor. There are some Sitecore features like workflow history or item statistic which query history table. If the table is large, this query slow down and editor experience delays while working in the content editor. So it directly impacts user experience. So to keep your Sitecore instance healthy, cleaning and managing the history table is must. Let us talk about the best practices. Regular cleanup. Sitecore provides a built-in agent called cleanup database. You can configure it in the file, sitecore.task.cleanup.config that trims old rows automatically and helps keep the table under control. Second configuration retention policy: don't keep history forever. Usually retaining logs for the last 30 to 60 days is more than enough. Monitor table size. So keep monitoring history table. This helps you to take preventive action before performance issue appear. Archiving strategy. In your organization requires logs for compliance or auditing. Don't just delete them. Instead, export and archive data before cleanup. Bulk operation. During bulk operations like imports or migration, consider disabling history logging temporarily, but with caution. So these are the few best practices. As you now knows the background about the history table, now we will have a live example how we can clean the history table by using PowerShell script, and also after that we are going to set up a scheduler in Sitecore to run that script automatically. So we are going to go into the Sitecore and we will create a PowerShell scripted task scheduler where we can schedule the task, like we can give the when the job should run, it starts running at and should stop, when it should run, the days to run, okay, whether you want to run it every day, and then also we can set up the interval. So everything this we are going to see in the PowerShell script, the live example. So we will go for a demo now. Alright, now let us walk through a simple PowerShell script that cleanups the Sitecore history table automatically. This script will remove old records, typically older than 30 days, from all your Sitecore database. So I have logged in Sitecore. I am going in PowerShell ISE. I have already written a script here. I will walk through it. First, we define a list of database we want to clean up in Sitecore. There are usually three main databases: core, master and web. Next, we set a cutoff date. Take today's UTC date and go back 30 days. So anything older than 30 days will be deleted from the history table. Then we move into the main loop here. For each database, the script will perform a same set of instructions. So inside a loop, we have a connection string here. So we first connect to the Sitecore database dynamically. This line fetches the connection string directly from the Sitecore configuration. SQL connection.open will open the connection. This line simply print the message. So cleaning history table in database, that will be printed here. Then comes the create command. So this command deletes all rows from the history table where the created date is older than cutoff date. Okay, and that cutoff date we are taking as a parameter. Okay, we already calculated cutoff date above, so we are assigning that value. And finally, this is the key. The execute non-query will runs the delete command and returns how many rows were deleted. That we are then we are closing the connection, and in between we are also writing some messages. On top of this, we are also using try catch here. So this try catch will handle the errors, and finally we are printing where it's a success matches. So this is how the script is built. Now let's run this directly here first. So if I execute it, it will ask me the administrative rights. See, it has run. It's saying deleted. So there is no data in my history table. So now that's the reason it is showing the 0 deleted, but it will work. Okay. So this is how the script is built. Now we will see how we can run this script by using the scheduler. So before creating a task scheduler, let's save this script. If you want any user to run this script directly from the desktop, Then you can save this script at, you have to go to SP core platform, and there is a toolbox here. Okay, toolbox here you can save the script, clean history tables. Okay, now let's see what happens. If I go to the desktop, PowerShell toolbox, see this script will come here, clean history table. If you want to separate out your scripts than the existing script, then you can create a folder inside the toolbox, and inside that you can add your own script. So if I say clean history table, it will run automatically and it will give you the result here. Okay, so this is how you can provide the user, the administrator, to access to that script. Okay, so we have now saved the script. Now next part is to schedule the job. So for that we have to go to the content editor, system, task, you commands and schedule. If you have not aware how this commands and schedule is working, let me know, and if you want a specific video on that, please comment. I can create a separate video on that. Now for this we are just going to create a PowerShell job. So right click on the schedule, right click, this is schedule. Okay, right click, insert PowerShell script task scheduler, or you can have here also PowerShell task scheduler, PowerShell task scheduler, name it clean history table. You have to schedules only, select the location from here, the script which you have saved, core platform toolbox, clean history, selected, create. Then this is a screen where you can schedule a task. So here we can give when it should start running, when it should stop running. Okay, that date you can provide, whether you want to run it daily, so Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, daily it will run, number of interval, 1 day, 2 hours or minutes. So let's do one thing, let's run it after every 23 hours. Okay, so set, change, done. So this task will get created, and if you see, it will run the time given. Okay, if you want to run it manually, right click, script, run task schedule, it will run the task, and this is the result. So this is how you can create any task scheduler to automatically run the script. So first of all, you have to save the script, and if you want to provide a option in the desktop, then you can save it inside a toolbox. Okay, so this is how you can schedule any PowerShell script to run periodically. Alright, that's it for today. The script is available on our Git repository. The link is in the description. Let me know if you want to have any automation, any task which you want to do via PowerShell script and you want to automate it in the comment, so that I can work on that and I can present it to you. If you are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing to the channel and click on notification bell. You can join our channel for any exclusive members only content. If you like this video, please do share this video with your friends and colleagues. Do click on a like button and hype this video. I will meet you in the next week. Thank you.